Valentine's Day. Aw, isn't it great? You know, twice in my life, I've flown over the date line over Valentine's Day and skipped the day entirely. Like I left on the 13th and arrived on the 15th. I don't know how I managed to make that happen. Very, very romantic of me, don't you think? But I do want to talk a little bit about Valentine's Day because, frankly, I think it's a great opportunity for us to recalibrate. The truth is, I think we should all be thinking romantically like that pretty much every day. Every single day we should be doing that. But then sometimes Valentine's Day can come along and remind us that we haven't been. So let's talk about what we do on Valentine's Day. What do we do? Well, we do what we've been conditioned to do. Like, first of all, have you ever noticed that a Valentine's heart actually looks nothing like a real heart? If you're really curious about that, go to Google and type in actual heart. No, don't do it. It's not all that nice to look at. But the point is, we've been conditioned into this like graphical art, this different heart. And now that heart has come to represent love and it's come to represent Valentine's Day. And that is perfectly good because frankly, it's prettier than what a real heart looks like. It just goes to show that we've been conditioned. And we've also been conditioned that certain things are more romantic than others. For example, a box of chocolates. I love you so much that I would like you to develop diabetes. I love you so much that I would like you to have this entire plate of hypertension. I love you so much that I'd like to completely screw up your pancreas right now. Like, where did this come from? I'll tell you where it came from. It came from an incredibly smart marketing executive of a chocolate company. The same thing happened with Halloween. Halloween used to just be about scary stuff and apples and things. And all of a sudden, the candy companies who used to have a huge sales explosion for Christmas didn't want to wait till Christmas to sell candy. And so they started creating the tradition that candy was somehow related to Halloween. And now there are children who don't feel like they can even experience Halloween if there isn't candy there. Incidentally, let's talk about Christmas for a minute. Have you ever had Christmas? I don't know what your following is, but even if you're not particularly Christmas oriented, you're aware of it. So maybe I'll tell you a bit about the Christmas story. I remember it because I went to quite a religious school. There was a woman and she got pregnant and the source of the pregnancy was somewhat in question. And then she had a baby and she had it in a manger. You might remember there were some sheep, right? And there were shepherds and stuff like that. And then the 3 wise men showed up and the 3 wise men came along and they brought frankincense, myrrh, and gold. That's what they brought. They did not bring candy canes. No, they didn't bring pumpkin pie. They didn't bring any of that stuff. They didn't bring candy. And yet, Christmas has become more about sugar than it is about anything else. Just ask Santa Claus and Coca-Cola. And by the way, as far as Easter goes, isn't it so similar? Like Easter, I remember that story too. You remember the little baby that was born in the manger? Well, some years later, that baby got in quite a lot of trouble and then they put him up on the cross and there was the whole spear and the wine and there was bread and I don't remember chocolate. There was no chocolate in the story. There was never chocolate in the story. I don't remember. There was no chocolate. And yet, an incredibly smart chocolate manufacturer came along and said, you know what? I'll bet you we can make it possible that people will not even feel like it's Easter without their chocolate. And no kidding, that's what they did. There are people today that come to me all the time and go, Eric, I don't even know if I can do Easter without chocolate. Now, let's take a complete step back. Is chocolate good or bad? Yes, chocolate is good or bad. Chocolate is good or bad, both in terms of quality. There is atrocious chocolate out there. And if it comes in a heart shape, it's almost always atrocious. If it comes in a Valentine's box, it's just boxed diabetes. It's boxed fatness. It's like, I love you so much. I hope you'll put on 30 pounds. No, don't, that's not good chocolate. If it's a name brand that you totally recognize and it's advertised with celebrities and money on TV, it's bad chocolate. It's not good, it's bad. There's good chocolate though. There is good chocolate. Like, I think that you can get some really good quality dark chocolate that's sweetened in a responsible way. There's good chocolate. But can you even eat too much of that? Of course you can. And so I would suggest to you that you can have a healthy relationship for chocolate. And one of the ways to do that is to recognize that chocolates and holidays have no relationship to each other than that which was bought and paid for. So if you would like to be manipulated, if you'd like somebody else to do the thinking for you, then eat lots of chocolate at Valentine's Day. But if you'd like to think for yourself, eat reasonable amounts of really healthy chocolate when you want to, and celebrate the holidays with real love and real passion and real romance.